Hello everybody and welcome to my birthday Q&A. It's been delayed by about 5 days, but there are my reasons for it, and I apologize. But just before I begin, I'll answer a question that no one has asked, and just to clarify, it's what recording equipment do I use, since my mic, I'm using this one for the video because the fan noise is a bit too much. This is it here. This is my Zoom H4n with the thing on the back there. I'll just remove it for you. There it is. That's what I use. I bought it for my radio project, and basically it's the top quality. You get the price that you pay for, really, but apart from the few glitches where it completely buzzes out, I've had no complaints, and I'm very happy with my purchase. And the second thing, obviously, I haven't been very vocal about the most tragic thing that happened on my birthday, but just to show you again, my support, and I'm sure the support of every Formula 1 fan in the community, is with Jules Bianchi after that shocking accident he had on the morning of my birthday. So there you are, Mr. Bianchi. I hope this means a lot, and I wish you very well in your recovery. But now it's time to get on with the important thing for this video. It is the questions. So I've put all of you into a random list, and I'm going to see which one comes out in what order. So I'll randomize the list of names I have. And okay, great. So I have 8 names, and let's begin. First out of the list is UK Gamer Baz. He has a few questions for me, and let's begin with my first one. What is my favorite video game of all time? Well, I have a fair few actually. I've got a load of them on the floor that I'd like to mention. Probably the first, certainly that you probably guess, would be where is it now? There we are. So we'll begin with Gran Turismo. You can see I have these are my favorite Gran Turismos, number 1 and number 4. I really enjoyed those games. Obviously another important series to me was FIFA, and probably the best couple. I'll show you another example here. Probably should have picked these up. FIFA 1998 Road to the World Cup was absolutely brilliant for its time, and I definitely recommend you find it whatever way you can. But other FIFAs I liked were FIFA 06. I thought that was a good game. FIFA 12 was good. 13 was good. 14 wasn't. I think 2003 was good, but that's basically all I can think of. Another obvious one is Grand Theft Auto. I have them all on my collection. GTA 5, obviously, there it is. Very, very good game. San Andreas, probably the pick of the bunch. Here it is for my PS2. Absolutely fantastic game. I'd still play it today if I had my PS2 set up. And then GTA Vice City, I have that. And GTA 3, I have that on the computer here on Steam. And then the PSP games, I've played them as well. Formula 1 games, obviously I would have shown you this thanks to the Max Verstappen meme, the F1 pole position on Game Boy. I thoroughly love that game. Good times. Where is it? Yeah, whoops. Formula 1 2006. There it is. You can see, brilliant game. And then F1 2013 on the PC has been pretty good, but F1 2014 I'm not 100% sure on. Forza and Gran Turismo. I've mentioned Gran Turismo. There's Forza 4. Football Manager, obviously. I've gotten mad into these games now. So my favorite 2 are probably FM 13 and 14. There they are. I still have the discs. But I'll definitely be getting 15 when it comes out. A bit different now. We have Assassin's Creed up to number 3, because after that I can't be arsed because of the ending. There was absolutely no use for that. Worms on the PS1. I don't have the disc on me, but Worms is bloody brilliant. You should definitely play the original. Spider-Man 2 on the PS2. Another thoroughly recommendable game. Burnout 3. Very excellent fun just for frolicking about. Pokemon, the red edition is the one I have. I don't have blue or yellow or anything beyond that actually, but I love this game so very much. You can see it there. It's a little worn out, but top game. I would love to show this to the younger generation, because I don't really play the Pokemon anymore, which is a shame. And here's WRC Rally Evolved, and In terms of one last thing I have on the floor here, I think I've gone through. No, I have two more games to show you. More PC related titles. Or Factor #1 on the PC, and Command and Conquer. I love playing these games from time to time. They're kind of boring now, but stuff like Command and Conquer I got into with my friends. And then, I've probably gone on way too long here. But definitely some games I recommend on PC. Gary's Mod, Euro Truck, Counter-Strike if that's your thing, and NASCAR 14, I have that. And yeah, that'll answer that question. Number 2, well, your second question was the game series to revive. Now that's a great question actually. I've got two that stick out in my mind. The first I'd pick would be Star Wars Battlefront 2. They should definitely bring this back with the new Star Wars coming out. And what I'd do to oh shit, pause. Sorry, we have an interference here. Sorry. Yeah, I definitely revive Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'd bring back the space battles online play. I'd have co-op campaign and the battle for the planets. What was it? The you could conquer the planets as the Empire, the Jedi, the droids, and the Republic, and so on and so forth. And I'd bring back Time Splitters. I don't know if you remember Time Splitters, but that was an absolutely brilliant game. Time Splitters 2 was the best out of a lot. And what I'd do for that is obviously again bring online play into it, co-op campaign. I'd probably remove the blood actually. I didn't really enjoy that one in Future Perfect. And I suppose map creator, you should definitely be able to create your own maps on Time Splitters, because the whole slapstick humor of the series really should allow for map creation and stuff like that. Anyway, I can't really think of any other games that I'd revive, but certainly there are probably a few obvious ones. And your final question is, what changes would I make to the League of Ireland to improve it if I was the FAI chairman? And well, that's actually your third question. What would I do? I'd obviously reduce the entry fee for all the teams. Like, it's ridiculous they have to pay so much money and get so little in return if you enter the league. So I think it's like 20 grand to enter the League of Ireland, and then the prize money for the champions is 100,000, which is ludicrous to say the least. I'd definitely invest in the stadia, because there's a severe problem there. I know it's being rectified with the Euro 2020 publicity, such as Dalymount Park, but obviously you shouldn't stop there. Places like Hunky Dory's Park and Drogheda need help. Probably Waterford need a bit of help. Richmond Park actually could do with a bit of work. And Tolka Park obviously is probably going to be sold because it's in such a bad state. The showgrounds, that I think they're doing okay actually, but Derry City, the Brandywell could do a bit of help as well. It's not in the greatest condition, so I'd definitely do that. And certainly advertising needs to be improved. There's not a lot of adverts going on. And then the last thing I'd do would be the fact that the clubs, most counties like that love GAA and rugby, don't actually have a League of Ireland team. They just have an amateur team or something. So I definitely look into investing into counties that don't have a soccer population but could have one, such as Kerry, Cavan, Mayo, etc., etc. So your last question is, what superhero would I be? And I think Spider-Man would be my choice, because he doesn't need to use transport. He has the webbing, and you can certainly trap people in the web easily and non-painfully. I wouldn't inflict severe pain onto any of my enemies. I'd probably just deal with the situation and move on. And certainly being able to climb walls would be fantastic. Nice agility, and so on and so forth. So Spider-Man is my hero of choice. And Jesus, this is nearly 10 minutes, so I apologize for just one set of questions, but I hope the video game tour is worth it. Second question is by Chris, a very humorous one. Would you rather honk the horn of a Ferrari or get in with the girl of your dreams? Yeah, I know I'm not the best with asking questions about girls, but I suppose you could honk the horn of a Ferrari anytime, but if there is only one woman that would be interesting to me, I suppose obviously getting with her. But at the same time, uh, the opportunity to honk a Ferrari shouldn't, just stop there. You may as well drive the thing. But yeah, obviously I would get in with the girl of my dreams if there was such an opportunity. But anyway, there's your answer. Next up, I have James Charman. He asks, what would I rather do? Win the league with St. Pat's, the World Drivers' Championship with Williams F1, or enter and win a beauty pageant with the Mustang the Cat? And the obvious thing I'd probably do is win the World Championship. I've seen Pat's win the league. If you had have asked if I was on the team to win the Champions League with St. Pat's, so that would be a different matter. But I think the World Championship with Williams would be super duper for many different reasons, such as first Irish World Champion, Williams winning the title again, and so on and so forth. So I think that answers your question. But Mustang would win any beauty pageant he was entered into because he's that damn special. So that answers your question, I hope. Next up is Shane, also known as FM Evolution. What motivated me to get into YouTube in the first place? Now, if you watched my Back to the Future video, I mentioned that my friends at the time were making videos with their favorite games, and I thought, I may as well try something out and get into video making because I saw how well they were doing. But ironically, I'm the only one left actually making videos on a regular basis, so it's kind of not appealed to them. But for me, it's definitely been a good move. And the second thing, because I want to get into journalism, I'm not really keen on blogging for my own self. I'd rather a bit of editorial input into what I write, whereas at least with the videos, you can do whatever you like, and you can carry on. You can tell a great story if you're dedicated enough to see it out. And that's pretty much that. I hope you enjoyed my question, and I wish you best luck in your YouTube endeavors. Next question's from Andre Harrison, also known as Harrison 101. He asked, how the hell have I been watching his videos for so long? And basically, I suppose I mentioned it on the Twitter when you wished me a happy birthday. I think your videos, your speaking skills are second to none. You never feel empty when you watch a Harrison 101 video, and your interactivity with the other YouTubers. Your interactivity is second to none with the Around the Corner, the the Dre Talks, and so on and so forth. And you try different things with the MotoGP, and it's okay. You try different things with MotoGP and Grid Autosport and Gran Turismo 6, etc., etc. And why am I so loyal in general? Probably because I depend on other people for a lot of things, and I wouldn't want to betray anyone's trust. And I'm also a creature of habit. I really don't take change very well. So if I was to stop doing a particular habit, such as watching a favorite YouTuber, that wouldn't be ideal, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so that's that. I hope you enjoyed the question and the answer. So that's pretty much that. Next up is Andy M. Andy Mahan, my #1 subscriber. My favourite save and my favourite Football Manager game. Well, I've mentioned that already. Either of these two would be my favourite. But Le Mans FC, it's probably the best save ever done. Over 80 episodes of it now, and I still haven't succeeded as much as I'd like. Whereas if I really didn't enjoy it, I would stop. I would have stopped a long time ago, but I'm still going strong, and I hope desperately to win Liga and stuff like that. Next, I'd probably say the Shelburne save I did in FM11. You guys wouldn't have seen that since I wasn't making videos, but I got Shelburne from the depths of despair after leaving Thurrock FC in the Blue Square South, and I got them into the Champions League within 10 seasons. I know the likes of Evolving Mick and even FM Evolution have gotten better success out of Irish clubs, but the fact that I did it back then was very enjoyable. And the Trophy Tours is a good series, but it's not been my favourite, to be honest. It hasn't really won any merits, really. It hasn't taken me taken my breath away, should you say. But it's been a very good series, but it would be my favourite personally. Next question is from Rune Aegidius. A3 is his short title. He asks, can I give 5 reasons why I love Football Manager? And I certainly will try. The number 1 reason will be the massive database. Like there's no limitations on what you can do. You can go into all sorts of countries, and the depth of detail, not only in the players but in the staff and in the media, is excellent. There's no shortage of things to do in FM. Second question, or the second reason I give, would be the fact that you can use the editor and expand the universe even more. So you can take a team that isn't a playable team, such as in Japan. You can activate those leagues. You can create a database where it's from the 10 years ago, such as 2002, 2003 season. You can do that. You can make an entirely new universe based in football, such as you could have wrestlers or politicians or anything, whatever your imagination could create. Number 3 would be probably the excitement, like when the match engine is at its best and you're in a crucial game and something magnificent happens, then it really does build up the emotion. And you've seen in the past, I've celebrated some amazing goals through my playing time. And number 4, the community, I think, is great. Like playing the game online is particularly difficult if you don't have good internet, and so on and so forth. But the community is a fantastic asset to the game series, and you saw it, the FM documentary. I'm not sure who's watched it or who hasn't, but the community is so vibrant, and they're very dedicated to their Football Manager playtime. And the final reason, it's a tough one. I suppose, let me think. Probably like, I suppose it's like the satisfaction that there's no limitations on the time of how long you can play the game for. You can manage for 10 years, 50 years, 100 years. It goes on and on and on. And probably the when you get a team that you like and you take them to the heights that they deserve, then that is pretty good. But I think I've just run out of options to give you, and yeah, I hope that answers your question, Rune. I really appreciate it. And last sets of questions is from Steve Martin. He asks a few questions here. Number 1, why is my cat a horse? But he's also a Ford muscle car, so that kind of doesn't help. But you could clearly see him there on the windowsill. He's not a horse. He's clearly a cat. And yeah, so that hopefully answers your question. Number 2, how does it feel to be teammates with 2 Kyoto 500 podium finishers? Actually, yeah, I'll mention that. If you don't know what Steve means, it basically means Live for Speed, the online racing game, the sim racer. I entered the Kyoto 500 with Steve and Chris, Chris Ford, he asked a question earlier, and they've both finished on the podium of the 500-mile Kyoto oval race. So fair play to them. And how does it feel? Obviously feels good that my friends have actually succeeded in what they've hoped to do, and obviously I'm a bit jealous that I haven't really done well in the Kyoto 500 compared to you, but the fact that I led a fair few laps this year, that was fantastic, and it was certainly something to remember for the rest of my playing video games, and so on and so forth. Number 3, if you could be any racing driver in history, which Kimi Raikkonen would you be? Well, I wouldn't be Juan Pablo Montoya, that's for sure. Juan Pablo with his vulgar description of Kimi. But yeah, I'd probably be the Kimi Raikkonen of 2007 when he won the title, from the most unlikely of situations. Like, he came from God knows how back, 26 points to catch and defeat Hamilton and Alonso in those McLarens. So yeah, that's pretty much the Q&A, guys. It's gone on a long time, and I apologize for rumbling through my collection of video games. Probably took way too long, But we'll speak to you again soon, and have a nice day. Goodbye now.